there everyone, Jenny Grant here. I will create a little art journal today, and I will use this art journal and create in it through my class Seasonal Flow. But here today I will create the journal. I will make it really easy. I love art journaling. It's one of the ways that I relax and recharge, and it's a very important part of my creative process. I can really relax when I work in my art journals. I have no pressure to perform or create any result. I just create all for myself. So I create a lot of my art journals myself. I create it out of scrap materials that I have in the studio that I get when I create my bigger pieces. And I love the feel that an art journal that I've created myself gives, because it's such soul in it. And so I will just quickly show you a couple of, I create art journals in all different sizes that you can see here. Very small art journals that I can bring with me very easily and kind of doodle and write and paint in. And I create bigger. This one is a really big one. I create in my studio in this one. And I use all the different techniques that I use on my paintings as well. And it's really yummy to work on such a big surface, but still it is something that doesn't have to become anything. I can close it up and put it away. And then I have everything in between these two sizes, and I create in them in different ways. In this one I've used acoustic, I've used a sewing machine, and I create different kinds of closures so that I can close it. And I create pockets and different fold-out pages. And it's a very free process. Very relaxing. And a page almost never gets done. It's ready for the day when I'm creating. But then I can pick up the journal and continue in it another day. Because I create them in a very simple way, sometimes pages fall out, and that inspires me to create something with that page, or stick it back on. To be creative and stick it back on again. So it's an amazing process and very important for my creative development and my mental health, actually. Yeah, so as you can see, this one is upside down. There are a lot of different things and a lot of scrap material, and I love to use up my scrap material, my scrap paint and all the other things that gets left over, so that I don't waste anything. Here is one where I've created, it's also upside down, where I've created a lot of faces. So I create faces in my art journals as well. Good. So I will create a very simple journal today. I will create a journal out of some scrap that I have. This is a painting pad. You know, the front and the back of the painting pads that gets left over when you've used all the paper in it. And with this I will create the journal. I will rip these two apart and I will fold them in half. So this is the size of my journal. Do that with this as well. Some of these painting pads have really hard backs, and they're really good to make covers out of. But sometimes it's hard to fold them. and then you have to cut them and use them, attach them in another way to the journal. So I will use this one as the outside, I think, and then this will be my fold inside. So it's a very, very simple simple journal with 3 spreads and a front side and a back side. And you can attach these 2 pages together in many different ways. You can punch holes in the back or in the middle and just use some thread, put them together really easy. You can use the sewing machine and just make one straight line. Works really, really well. I've done that with many of my journals, and today I will use an even more simple way to. I will use a stapler, so I will very easily just fold this a bit like this. Maybe 2 is enough. And grab my stapler and staple in the middle here, like that, and then one more. And the cover will be a little bit kind of squished and pushed together like this, but it doesn't matter. We will do a lot of art journaling on top of it. So when we have done a couple of layers, this will not at all be visible. How easy is that? So now we have a little journal here. We have 3 spreads and a back and a front. And I will also start to just make the first layer on all of these pages today, so that all the spine will be covered and it will be a bit more sturdy when it dries. So I will use some book pages. You can use any kind of book pages or magazine pages. So I will use an old book, and I have some pages, and I will use some matte medium and a hard tool to do the collage with. Okay, so I will just start with the cover here. Put some matte medium. We can open it up even, do the whole thing at the same time. And I use quite a lot of medium because both the cover here will soak up some of the medium and my paper that I'm putting on. So I will put the paper a bit outside my cover so that it's sticking out a bit like that. And I will put paper in the middle as well, over the middle. This will make the book a bit stronger. Like this. And this layer will be probably almost completely covered when I start to work on the cover and on the pages in this book. So this layer does not matter at all. And you can have other kinds of papers, scrapbook papers, and all sorts of things. Very, very simple. And I love to cover my pages completely, but you can leave some of the paper underneath. That doesn't matter at all. Okay, here we have the front and the back. And then I will do the same to all these pages. So I will do it on this spread and on this spread and on this spread. And I will speed that up a bit. now we have paper on all the pages. We have put the paper over the middle so that it kind of makes it stronger. And we have to be a bit careful when we lift it up because it sticks a bit together. That doesn't matter. It becomes a bit stuck, but that just makes really cool effects. And this one has got stuck quite a lot, but as you can see, it's really like beautiful patterns and cool effects where the paper's ripping. If you want your papers to not rip as it has done here, you can put plastic in between the pages or make one page or one spread at a time, not at the same time as I've done here. Good. And now to get this to dry properly, we have to put it up so that the pages are not sticking together when it's drying. So I will do like this. I will put it in a little star like this with some bottles in between, like this, and then it will dry and we will have a really cool journal to work in. Okay, now it is dry. Cool, and now you can see that it's all kind of buckled up a bit, but that doesn't matter. We'll just play around with it. It's a bit hard. You just kind of make it softer. Like this. And here you go. Here you have your really cool art journal to start in. It has broken a little bit here, but it doesn't matter. You can see how it the paper got a bit too wet, but that doesn't matter. We'll just collage over it when we start on this spread next time, so that's no worries whatsoever. So the stapler doesn't show at all. It will be all covered, and you can add more papers into it to get more spreads than I have got here. You can add in pages afterwards as well. And if you don't have a stapler, or you think that was a very hard way to do it, you can use just some tape as well, some masking tape, and then put your pages together and you tape them together, and then you collage over it, and that will be fine too. Very, very simple. This journal I will use in Seasonal Flow that starts soon. I will create during the live sessions. I will create and work on the cover. I will work on the different spreads inside this journal, and it will be a lot of fun to create in this journal. So I hope you enjoy this. I hope you try art journaling. You don't have to make your own journal. You can just buy a journal that's as good. And if you want to try to create your own journal and journal in it, try this very simple technique, or join me in Seasonal Flow. Have fun!